Hello, Dance PT program peoples. This is for alumni, this is for current students, and this is for future students. This is a video tour of the program going into massive detail of everything that is included visually so you can see it. Let me quickly go over. This is composed of two tracks. There is the treatment track and the business track. You have access to everything forever. Okay, so let's go into it. I'm going to log in now. So this is the treatment track. I'm just showing you how to navigate it first. That's the most important thing. So you're on the treatment track as soon as you log in. You scroll all the way down to the bottom. As soon as you get to the bottom, there's this to the business track. Boom, I click start. It just takes me over. Now I'm on the business track, because it says biz track at the top. Scroll all the way down to the bottom again. And to get back to the treatment track, bam, I go back. So that's how you toggle between the two. Both of them have program documents underneath the title, and the program documents that are available for the most part are different for each of them because you will want different resources. All right, let's go into the modules. So here is module 1, module 2, module 3. Okay, you see all this? Boom, 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 boom. I'm just going to take you into one so you can just see what it looks like, okay? This is just at a glance what it looks like, the modules, where you can play and watch the videos and bam, bam, bam. That's it. That's how you can see what's in the modules. You can toggle once I'm in module 3 right now. If I want to go to the next module, I can click next module. If I want to go to the previous module, I can click previous module. So that'll take me to 2. Next module will take me to module 4, or I can click main menu to take me back to the main menu. Okay, this is the big thing, modules on at a glance. You click on this, and this is the most exciting thing. That's the wrong page. You click on this and it takes you to bam. So this is modules at a glance where you can see all the videos, and this is what I want to take you through. Very exciting. Now, a big thing with this program, if you get this program, doesn't matter when you buy it, when you were part of it, you automatically get anything new that is added. This is a great resource to check and see what has been added. So first thing, we are in the treatment track. You see down here. And then if I want to see business track, I click on business. So let me go back to treatment. So the course intro personal development, this is all about mindset, personal growth. This is huge. I put this first in here because that we get in our own way so much for anything. Next, for treatment, ballet as a foundation. Ballet is a major foundation for a lot of dance forms. It's also my bread and butter. I know ballet extremely well. So this is diving deep into it for you to develop. I think the most important thing if you don't have it, for technique, how to spot the little things. It starts off with just going into, let me just highlight so you can see, it goes into all the steps, okay? Then it goes into ballet technique, where I'm going into massive picky mode, giving all the corrections for everything. And then it goes into the outline of a ballet class, so you can understand its structure, different ballet styles and method, ballet styles and dancers that are connected to that, ballet life and mindset overall for them, the psychological component of ballet, pre-professional ballerina life, which is misspelled, and I am fixing right now because that ain't no joke. And then professional ballerina life, comparing the different lifestyles. There is major crossover with pre-professional and professional for all dance styles, and there's also crossover with psychological as well. Okay, next, module 3 goes into screenings and workshops for dancers. This is the Dance PT screen. This one is focused on ballet. Then we have create a Dance PT screen. That right there is how to create a Dance PT screen for any style of dance, any style that comes in. Then there is the post-screen workshop, a workshop you can do afterward, a video by Alexis AZ Dance Med, my good friend, who teaches about how to do a workshop. And then there are a couple topics that she did not cover, so I added myself workshop pricing and screening signups, big things to not overlook. Module 4 is where we go into common injuries and whole body approach. Okay, so this is where we start deep diving. There is video 2 is the big one. It goes into general limitations where I talk about whole body approach, how to take in everything. For every single injury, I go into some fantastic detail. Now I need to go into module 4 to show you what I am talking about, because this is key, because you could easily overlook this cool thing. So let's go to video 3, that's hip labral tears. Right here to the left is the video. If I click on that over here, I click on each of these exercises and it will link, and I can see a video demonstration of these exercises. There are exercises provided in the videos for each injury. It's very basic, layman terms. It's just breaking down the injury for you. These over here are getting you to think, oh, beyond just doing clamshells, oh, a side plate clamshell, and so on. When you click on for every single injury, and this took a lot of time, for every single injury, you click on that, it opens up a video and it goes through whole body approach for that injury. It will be the exact same information bouncing off that I talk about in video 2 on general limitations, except for hip labral tear it will bounce off hip labral tear for you to connect the dots and so on. And I do that for every single injury. Okay. Then also at the very bottom of this, I go into functional recovery, the dancer discharge, and Alexis AZ DanceMed, my dear friend, goes in and talks about tips for management and prevention of injuries. I also in this program give you my injury prevention lecture that I did as a student. Take it, copy it, whatever. Absolutely update though, because it's outdated. Okay, module 5 right now is point shoes. Point shoes is like, yeah, we do not learn about point shoes when we're in PT school, so I go into that. I will be adding, I have it like at the ready. I will be adding the character shoe stuff and eventually jazz shoes and everything. So this will eventually turn into all types of shoes. Okay, then module 6 is special topics and offsite treatments. When I say offsite treatments, I mean stuff you would not do in the clinic. So that's where we get the backstage care checklist for dancers. One of the most common things that I got from people, even though I literally did a dance PT summit, I did a whole dance PT summit and somebody covered backstage care then. I've done other events and everyone's always like, I still don't get it. What do I do? What do I do for backstage care? This is a checklist. You are good to go to treat backstage after this. Can your hurt dancer stay in a show? This conversation can happen when you're working backstage. It can also happen with them visiting the day after them injuring at a show, but I figured it works there. Then how to design a PT-based dance warm-up for any dance style. So using your physical therapy brain, connecting with the dance brain, how do you improve upon the stereotypical jazz warm-up from the 80s? Communication with parents and communication etiquette with studios. Those are very, very important topics. Eventually, I would like to have a module that goes into soft skills, like a very big one. But for now, these are here. So communication with parents, that's just how do you get them to buy into you working with their kid? They're not the injured one. So how do you create that collaboration? And then communication etiquette with studios. I learned of somebody burning a bridge. That is a fantastic human. Has not done the dance PT program, and it was, I learned it was such an honest mistake, and it really made me think. I want to teach how to help you just really know how to not burn bridges along the way. So that's why I go into that, and that's coming from me. I'm the queen of messing things up and saying the wrong thing. So yeah, insurance information for patients. A lot of dancers don't have health insurance. There are dancers that work for companies that provide health insurance, but a good majority of the companies do not have insurance. So don't make that assumption that they have that. So that's a great resource. How to treat adolescent dancers, hypermobility for dancers, nutrition for dancers, pelvic health for dancers, and vestibular system for dancers. Module 7, taping for dancers. It is what it is. It's a great resource. All right, next. Module 8. So this goes into, for anybody who did this 1.0, even 1.0 and on, I would say actually 1.0 to 8.0, I started to slow down, I think, after 8.0 with this. I always had everybody creating a wellness program where you're not only creating the content that you would sell to a dancer, say how to do a developé or something, And you would create a website and everything on like all systems go, ready to sell, ready to connect them to the like amazing. And so these videos are still in there. These used to be my one-on-one calls. Now they're just all pre-recorded for somebody who wants to do it on their own. If they want to do it with me live, they can, but I'll get to what I cover on my one-on-one calls in a moment. The big things I want to point out here is the difference between physical therapy and wellness. Very common question I get asked, and people need to know that legally. And then writing exercises to achieve full function. That is literally the foundation I have taught to everyone that I expanded upon. I figured it out over time that I expanded upon for you to be able to treat any style of dance, period. Okay. Now we're going to go into the business track. So if we're going here, you know how the program, you know how I toggle between. Great. Module 1, same thing, personal development. Eventually one of these, either in the treatment track or the business track, I'm going to be erasing this module because I'll need space for more stuff I keep adding. All right. Niche and coaching. So this is where I go into just the beginning concepts of really understanding the people that you want to work with. So you're not telling what they want, you are delivering the words that they want, and you are able to deliver and give them exactly what they want. I highlighted this one here. For those who know, but there is an assignment where you have to try to correct Misty Copeland, and people struggle. And so I highlight that for those who are like, where's that video? I need help. Yeah, there you go. So this is all with really making this niche and coach, this whole thing helps you understand how to get people to want to work with you. Big time, big time, big time. And then we dive deeper with that concept. Module 3, social media marketing. So this whole beginning part, it really goes into Facebook. That's Facebook. Wait. This is Facebook. No. This is all Facebook. Facebook, when I first built this, Facebook was like, whoo. I mean, it was 2020. We all know. Yeah. So 2020, it is a great system, but you have to want to live on social media. Then I go into Instagram marketing. This is not me. This is my social media marketing person I hire, Jenna Lee Miller, and she gave this actually at one of the summits. It's great. She breaks it down. It's step by step, exactly what we want to do for Instagram. Bam, go. Take it away. It's great. I love the simplicity of how she brings it about. She's fantastic. She's fantastic. Great. So that's social media. I don't lean into this. I do not these days lean into this because one, I'm burnt out. So many of us are burnt out from social media. Even if we go on, like we are so aware about how it is draining on our mental health. So this is module 4. This is the big kahuna here. I know, and it has one video. Isn't that hilarious? So module 4 goes into in-person marketing, the non-social media way to attract dancers. You watch this one video, but this is the kicker. I cannot include videos here on what I do in depth with you. This is a marketing system that I have that works. Excel spreadsheet, step by step, exactly what you need to put together, content, everything to create a follow-up system that literally it works. It works for me. It's worked for so many of my students. If you don't use it, then yes, it won't work. So module 4 is connected with you watching this video. And then in our one-on-one calls, I'll talk about the one-on-one calls later because I want to get through the whole tour of this program and everything first. So that way, once I start going into more details of the program, if you already know it, you can ignore. Great. Next, we have sales and offers in module 5. Conversations and conquering objections I did since this freaking program was a fetus. That is the sales conversation. Then direct messaging to Zoom calls. So direct messaging, I mean, if you're initially starting to have contact with some person on Messenger, on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you're messaging, how you turn that conversation and lead it to a Zoom call, which will be the sales call that I talk about here. But I also, just to break it down further, I essentially repeated the whole thing, what you would cover in the Zoom call to achieve the sale. Once again, it's essentially a repeat of video 1, but it does help you understand it a little bit more in action. Then video 4, connecting sales with consulting, offer creation ideas, studio brainstorm questions. These are all connected. You have to be able to come up with ideas on the spot when you are meeting with a studio to brainstorm how you can work with them, because you don't want to be at them. You need this. I see this. What if they totally disagree with you? What if they feel like you're like taking over. This is their baby, their studio. So yeah. So offer creation ideas, get your juices going on how you can think more on the spot or even start using the ideas now. And then brainstorm questions is when you are finally in that meeting with the dance teacher or the studio owner or the ballet master, whoever the main kahuna is, to brainstorm and see how you can work with them, aka close the deal. Module 6 goes into platform setup, all the different platforms that you need in a system to put your business fully together. Even if you're working for someone else or you're working on your own, there are certain things that you will need to use. And so this goes into setting up all of these things. The biggest, newest one that I have on here, and it's not that new for those who know it, is sharing videos on WeTransfer. Videos take up a lot of space. When you share them on email, they shrink down to crap quality. WeTransfer is a great free way to share it, and I show you how to do it. Module 7, negotiations. It is one video. I did not know where else to put it. And so I just literally made it its module. I've had quite a few students at this point use this. The ones who have used it, watched it, used it, and then applied it have had great success. This definitely goes in conjunction with one-on-one calls with me. These have definitely come into play when people are coming in. They're either in renegotiations at the time or renegotiations and they realize that they need to switch jobs, which did happen on one occasion. You know who you are. I love you. And then also if you you're working with me and you get a call from your dream job and you didn't even know that they still had you in their sights and now you're in negotiation. I mean, all these things. So yeah, negotiations. Then module 8 is starting your practice, Cash PT practice and telehealth. That lesson has been around for a long time, and it's a checklist on how to start your own PT practice. Insurance, if you want to get insurance with your PT practice, Nastia Belikov, one of my alumni, did that. Insurance reimbursement, this is an oldie but a goodie on the reimbursement, better understanding how different insurances work, so you understand why they are or are not reimbursing you and how to fix that. How to manage yourself. That is a more recent lesson, and that I love that one. It really, when we are starting off a business, we are in charge of ourselves. So how do you keep yourself on top of things, and how do you do self-care in that as well? And then physical therapy appointments landing page. That's a huge one. That I can't imagine. Yeah, it's creating it. That is a big job to do. Yeah. I have to say, all these modules could literally be 8 weeks long themselves. There is so much personal development, forget about it. All these things could take a freaking long time. Okay, so that is everything for navigating in the program. Oh, I almost forgot program documents. So let me go to actually the main menu so you can see it from the starting point. So you can see modules at a glance. That's the worksheet that we were looking through. When you click that, program documents, this is different in every single track. When I click on it, and this is the treatment track, this is where you can get the assignments that you would do to get your CEUs. You see assignment. You also have documents here that are for you, business resources here, the final exam. The treatment track is where you're going to go to get your certification and CEUs and do all the work, not the business track. There's an assignment checklist if that's easier for you to go through that and just make sure you hit all the assignments, including the final exam. Research database is my little ghetto database that I use, that I've used to get all my information. It's so funny when people go, do you have, proof of your research? I'm like, yeah, it's a big kahuna. It's not pretty right now. So I'm not even going to show it off. But when you see it, basically has it'll have a HIP section. And then there are bullet points that say the title of the article and a link to it, not a link to the full article, but a link to the starting point of where you can find it. I have not paid for the rights to be able to give you access to the full articles. Anatomy review. This is for people who have not done ortho for a bit. This has come up. So this is me going through anatomy. Bam. Yeah. And then book club. These are nerdy things I have done with alumni where we read a book and then we wanted to talk about it. So essentially you need to get the book and then do it with us for you to see. I just clicked on it. So book club of video forever. So this one, we read a book on cognitive behavioral therapy and really dorked out. So we wanted other people to be moved to read it as well, especially if you're really looking to better understand where a dancer might be coming psychologically. So yeah, we created video discussions to complement each chapter. It's a nerdy thing. Listen, when you love it, you love it. Okay, so and then you see all these things, and then I'll go back to the main menu. Same thing. Let me go down to the business track so you can see the business section, going to program documents, same concept. There are assignments in this, but they're not really for any credit on things anymore. So I should probably get rid of it. Well, I'll get to later. Business resource, it says, there you go. But there are great, the niche workflow, building socialists, the appointments booked, offer creation. There are resources that are specifically business resources for the track. Is there always something to fix? Yes. And of course I find it while I'm recording this. Am I going to edit this video to delete me admitting that? Absolutely not. Okay. So assignment checklist and research database are the same in the business track. Communication tools. So when you click on this sucker, so this is where I have conversations, typed out ideas and samples to help you out, and also emails to help you out, email samples for you to use in an email automation and things like that. So that's what those are. And then over here, marketing resources. I think this is, yeah. So I'm obsessed with this folder. I'm obsessed with this folder. So brochures and info sheet samples, like literally images of that, email samples, event samples, like literally PDF, like flyers that you can use and get ideas, giveaway samples, newsletter samples. I mean, these are so freaking fierce. And then other resources that I didn't know where to put them. So they're just in that spot there. But really the marketing resources thing that I put together is incredible. A lot of my Canva documents that I made to save you so much time, so much time. Now that you've seen everything, I want to talk about exactly what you get in the Dance PT program. Some of it might be a repeat. So you are going to have weekly group calls. They're at 9 p.m. Eastern time. If you can't make it, it's recorded. You have access to it forever. Then there are weekly one-on-one calls with you and me, 30 minutes long. They can sometimes take less time. If it does need to go over, you will know. And we either go over that time if we can fit it in, or move it to another date. That does not happen all the time at all. But I just like to let you know that option and that flexibility to just make sure you are learning everything you want to learn. The biggest question I get with this is, oh my gosh, time. How do I fit all this in? All the things that I, could possibly learn. So I'm going to break it down for you, what I do with the first call. So this is how I make sure we achieve everything you want. On our very first phone call, I have you write down everything you want to learn. Then from there, I have you put in order numbers in the order that you want to learn it. And we go in that order. Okay. Yes. Are there modules with information and everything? It doesn't matter the order we go in. I need to make sure that we're hitting everything you want to learn. So it does not matter which videos we are hitting first. If there's some sort of information video that goes with for you to better understand to move forward, of course, I have you watch that. You have access to this forever. So we literally do not need to be like, chick, 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 chick. You're fine. Okay. Now, in regards, I had to say that first before I started getting into the time commitment. In regards to the time commitment, when I give you the assignment, I say, all right, you want to learn XYZ, you're going to watch these 2 videos. And then let's have you watch these videos, this, and do this assignment. I first go, is that too much, too little? Oh, I think I can do this. This is good. We figure that out. Great. And then I'll say, now, these 2 videos here are priority. The rest, if you can get them into, that's great. But I let you know what the priority is of the assignment in order for us to move forward no matter what, regardless. That's how you're able to fit it in. Also, say you have a week, something unexpected happens in your life, you can't do the call, you couldn't fit things in, no problem. We move that call to Monday, and then I do the following call the same week, that Friday. I still make sure you stay on track so you get all the calls, aka keep moving forward with your goals. And that's it for the program. There are probably more details that I have left out. It is absolutely required for me to have a phone conversation with anybody who's in the program, because I need to make sure we can really connect with each other, because I will be your mentor. And that's it.